Hi, I'm Jill, and we met on LinkedIn yesterday. What is your end goal with this? Is this to like who's your marketplace? Who's going to pay to utilize this? Like, what is that piece that you hope for this to be?
Right. For me, the hope is for it to be a very personal tool. I don't want to use the term personal assistant because there is just a sort of a bias towards that idea. If you want an AI personal assistant that you want to have a conversational experience with, there are features, libraries, and things like that we can personalize that kind of an experience for an individual. But personally, and I know a lot of people, that's not what you're looking for. Some people are looking for a journal, some people are looking for a guided journal, some people at some points in time need a planner, and that planner really needs to adjust to them. So this is, from my end, is a very personalizable personal assistant, and it can change and be whatever you need to be as you change, um, and just really enable you to find balance and find new interests, new knowledge areas, and even be able to create something. Like, if you have an idea for a composition, but you don't have musical training, and that happens to a lot of people, right? Like, they will start making a song in their head, but they have no idea actually how to make that into a composition. But if you listen to a lot of music, or if you are surrounded by a lot of people who are in that field, your brain can bring in your emotions and your perspectives into that aspect of life as well. Um, and some people we see on social media, they'll always be like dancing or showing their musical abilities or attributes through those videos and things like that. And the psychology behind that is that they have this idea that they want to share with the world. Um, but in some cases, that kind of content is like a short term um, addressal of an emotion that this person or a need this person is feeling. Um, and they have no other way of addressing that on a larger scale. They cannot quit school, or they cannot quit their job, or they cannot find that 8 hours a week to go take music lessons or to learn a new tool to turn that into an actual piece of music or something that can actually have a much lasting effect. So it is also about connecting people to a coach or an expert who knows how to turn an idea into a composition and help people to actually create something of deeper meaning and understanding. And I think that can also just be a rewarding experience for an individual, especially as we evolve with different technologies coming in. A person might have a great idea using like this AI tool, like I can build some kind of a distillation of some kind of a herb, right? But they don't have any experience with distillation. To actually go seek out a person with that experience in the real world is an expensive process. They would have to seek funding, or they would have to find investment. They would have to, find personal financial resources, and that is a huge commitment for a person who has never really planned to do that. And a lot of great ideas die in the process. So this kind of can be the next step for a lot of people. That okay, they have this idea, they got through that initial ideation using AI tools, and they have now certain steps that they want to execute, and now they need to learn something or reach out to a person who has knowledge, or reach out to resources, reach out to facilities who do that kind of things. And so this can enable them to take that next step without a huge upfront investment. But then once they can build a prototype, then they can seek investment. So it can also enable startups and small scale businesses to get off the ground. And so the kind of infrastructure we are building complements the existing AI infrastructure, but gives more capability for those ideas to come to fruition. I
So
hope
does
that
the
makes
user pay for it? I'm still a little confused. Like, are you looking at a membership based, subscription based piece for it?
Yes, so there would be a base subscription to some of the tools, like some of the AI workflows, some of the other base like planners and lifestyle management applications. So there'd be a base subscription fee for all of those kinds of applications. Then there can be certain add-ons. So if you need something more specific to like a nutrition tracker for, like, let's say you have diabetes and you have a specific problem, there can be add-on features for getting those modules in there. And then if you need something even more customized or personalized, that you don't even know, because somebody maybe have told you have diabetes, but there are other things that you feel are going on, or some behavioral things that you cannot manage around it, then you're like, I want a coach, I want to talk to somebody to help me figure this out. So now it is becomes more like a consultation with a healthcare expert or a trainer or a coach or an artist, and those kinds of. So then based on that kind of consultation, there is a consultation fee. Now that also has different sort of modules. We are building and customizing things as we go, but generally the idea is If it is a one-on-one session, then it's really about individuals, of how much fees they expect, or what that framework is. But then they could also be like, I have this kind of an idea, I need experts, but I don't know what kind of an expert I need. And that is then something that we on the platform, we manage, that we take that requirement and figure out who are the experts to bring in. And then we will be like, okay, what is your budget for this kind of a project? And then we will design the allocation of fees or consultations according to a person's budget. And so different functionalities, different complexities of problems that you are looking to solve, different kinds of experts that you're trying to look for advice from, everything is kind of like an add-on feature.
So is this going to be also available as a white label piece?
Can you clarify that question a little bit?
Yeah, so with a lot of technology softwares that I come across as an entrepreneur, with